Aaron Rodgers said all the right things about mentoring a young quarterback and willing to take another pay cut. Boy Green Daily and all kinds of New York Jets festivities. Start now.
I'm gonna lose my gosh darn bananas. Boy Green Daily starts now. Zoinks!
I made it clear that my intention was to play, and my intention was to play for the New York Jets.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? I'm Paul Liston Jr., a.k.a. Boy Green. I'm the New York Jets digital reporter for Heavy.com. Welcome to Boy Green Daily, baby, a daily New York Jets video show, also available wherever you get your podcast. And you may be asking yourself, why in God's green earth is Boy Green in a Christmas hat, shining lights around his neck, and Christmas garb from head to toe? It's a good question. Well, we've got our in-house Christmas party at the radio station today, and there'll be no time to change from Boy Green Daily to the radio station. So we're going bing, boom, right straight through. So shout out to the bright Christmas necklace. Appreciate that. And we'll see if we win the Christmas contest with some nice restaurant gift cards. That'll be very nice. Well, welcome to the show, everybody. Again, I'm Paul Liston Jr., a.k.a. Boy Green. I'm the New York Jets digital reporter for Heavy.com. And this is Boy Green Daily, a daily New York Jets video show, which is live every single day at 7:30 in the morning. Before we get started, let's flip the light switch, baby. The Boy Green inaugural emoji contest and raffle giveaway, baby. I've got the Christmas hat on. We're in the giving mood this season. We want to give back to you, the fans. So for every gifted membership or super chat for the same amount. Again, you could super chat $3 in. That is the equivalent of one Boy Green Coffee Club membership, which is $2.99. So either or. Feel free to send that on in, and you will get a raffle ticket for a wonderful prize at the end of the month. And I'm looking forward to this inaugural contest. Well, obviously, it's been going quite well this month, which is terrific. And like I said, there's a New York Jets Hall of Famers jersey on the line. There's some autographed merch. There's some stuff from my personal vault, and maybe a few surprises, too, for the Christmas season. You never know. So, guys, make sure you do that. And also, the person that gifts the most will get the custom emoji made from Snowball. And currently, after an amazing $50 super chat, Chef Kelvin Gerbert is in number one place with 37 gifted memberships so far this month. That's the translation of all the money that he's brought in. Number two is our number one Austrian Jet fan. That sounds kind of weird. Number two is the number one Austrian Jet fan. Number two Austrian Jet fan? How many other? I don't know. Anywho, the point is, as I'm in my Christmas gear, we got Chef Kevin Gilbert, number one at 37. Austrian, number two at 34. And number three, rounding up, is FL Phil 98 at 28. We have MFC at 23. And then several people tied at the 20 membership mark. And for Lillian, Big D, and as well as a couple of other people in there. And shout out to Ed Vargas as well. He has 25, excuse me. So, yeah, let's keep those coming, baby. Absolutely terrific. So we appreciate it. So salute to the best coffee club out there. Well, you already heard me yesterday after watching the Aaron Rodgers Enigma Netflix documentary. And by the way, I finally finished the New York Sack Exchange yesterday. Highly recommend that as well for those who have not seen it. It's just under an hour. And, man, you just feel for Mark Gastineau. Maybe we'll have to bring on Connie Carberg and have her break it down with me, the Sack Exchange doc. It's sad. It's sad. There's some great moments, but it's sad, too, as you're going through that. But I already said after the Enigma Aaron Rodgers Netflix documentary that, folks, I'm back in, baby. Let's bring back Aaron Rodgers. And my feeling and stance has only increased when Aaron Rodgers has come to the podium. He had his media availability in the locker room, and he talked about potentially mentoring a young quarterback. ESPN's Rich Cimini floated the hypothetical to him at his locker. Here you go.
Jets came to you and said after the season at some point, we'd love to have you back. We're going to draft a kid pretty high, and we're going to get him in at some point during the season.
During the season?
Yeah, or if we fell out of contention,
Oh, that's a lot of negatives there, Rich.
Well, I'm thinking of the Cousins situation. With
Yeah.
We want you back, but if we fall out of contention, we're going to go with the kid.
Totally. I mean, but there's more to that. I mean, number one, Atlanta's not out of contention, so a lot of the play is about performance. So, I think all of us, whether we got a guy behind us itching to play or not, there's, when they drafted Jordan, I felt like I was one bad stretch from being benched, and I, won MVP a couple of years. So that's the way the league is. You got to prove it. You can play every single week and through stretches. So if they asked me back and they drafted a guy, I'd mentor the hell out of him if I was playing, and I'd try and play as well as I could to keep him on the bench.
I love that. That's the perfect comment. It's the perfect answer from Aaron Rodgers that if they bring him in, bring a young quarterback, and I return to the Jets and all those things happen, I'm going to mentor the hell out of the kid, but I'm going to try to play well enough where he doesn't come into the game, and he says that with a smile. Here's the other thing. We also have a YouTube, or in our YouTube description, we have a article talking about this. Aaron Rodgers was asked straight up, would you be willing to alter your contract or potentially take another pay cut to return to the Jets in 2025 if somehow that's a hindrance? And Aaron Rodgers said, quote, let me make sure I get it verbatim, yeah, I'm open to everything. Aaron Rodgers took the largest pay cut in sports history. $35 million guaranteed dollars. Jets have it. Improve the team. And this guy might be willing to do another pay cut. For the folks out in the audience who don't want Aaron Rodgers, what more does this man need to do? He's open to a pay cut, changing the financial that is involved. He is willing to mentor a young quarterback. And you may say to yourself, well, how did he mentor Jordan Love? I'm glad you asked. Let's go to a scene from the Netflix documentary Enigma. It's a 3-part documentary on Netflix, and there was a wonderful, beautiful scene of Aaron Rodgers talking about how he wanted to do it better than Brett Favre did, which we'll talk about in a second. Let's roll the footage. This is and powerful stuff. And for those who don't know, when Aaron Rodgers was drafted by the Green Bay Packers in 2005, and he joined in with Brett Favre didn't treat Aaron Rodgers well. He and they talk about this in the documentary. We don't have that scene for you, but Brett Favre excluded him out of things. He said, it's not my job to mentor the kid. That's what he said at a presser, a media availability. And he said, if he could just pick up things by watching me, great. And he said, Aaron talked about how there was another quarterback in the room that had been apparently the long time backup. And Brett Favre and him were hunting buddies, and they did their own things and left Aaron Rodgers out. So he felt isolated and everything else. And you guys don't have to sing sad songs for Aaron Rodgers if you don't want to, but I think it's pretty cool that Aaron Rodgers went through that experience. 20 years later, basically, it's not that long, but basically 20 years later, he is faced with the same scenario. Veteran quarterback, they draft young kid. How are you going to handle it? And he handled it like a champ. So the fact that, like I said, Aaron Rodgers is playing well, that's the most important part of this exam right now. We'll see how he plays for the final 3 games of the season. He's playing well. He's willing to take a pay cut. He's willing to mentor a young quarterback. What are we talking about here? How is he not the best quarterback option for the New York Jets in 2025? The Jets beat the Jaguars. They've eliminated themselves from the top of the draft for those that portion of our fan base that wants Cam Ward or Shadur Sanders. That is over, unless we make some crazy trade up, which seems unlikely. So you remove the young kids. Free agency, as we've talked about for weeks, is Russell Wilson or Sam Darnold. Those are the top 2 options. Then we have a bunch of randos like Justin Fields. And to be honest, sure, that'd be kind of fun to be intrigued by a Justin Fields or a crazy Jameis Winston or what have you. We'd have some fun, I'm sure. But Sam Darnold is very unlikely coming to the Jets. He's probably going to go somewhere else. He's probably not going to rekindle an old flame. I'd be kind of intrigued if he wanted to, because Sam looks great. And I think we would all like to dust off those Sam Darnold jerseys, but I don't think that's happening. So put Sam aside. Russell Wilson staying in Pittsburgh. They're having wonderful success. So there's no free agent quarterback. There's no draft quarterback. And maybe in some weird, bizarre world, there's a trade that we're not thinking of. But Instead of going to all those complicated levels, how about not trade for a guy? Just bring a guy back. It cost you nothing but financials, which apparently he is willing to move and groove. So that's what I'd say about it. All right, we got a couple of things to get to on the show here. Jared B with a gifted membership, baby. Okie dokie. Ah, yes, Jared B. T-Town Jet was just gifted that membership from Jared B. He gets a raffle ticket to our contest. He now has 4 gifted memberships so far this month. So shout out to Jared B, baby. We appreciate it. And look at this, baby. NY Jets FL with a YouTube super chat of epic proportions with a $20 YouTube super chat, baby. Holy friggin' crap. Wow. Unbelievable. Love it. Tard baby gift. There you go from NY Jets FL. Or Tardy baby gift, excuse me. Which is wonderful. That is 6 memberships and some change. There you go. $1 more, and that will be around 7 memberships for NY Jets FL, a.k.a. 7 raffle tickets. Right now, that is 6 raffle tickets for NY Jets FL, but we'll keep that in mind for any future contributions to make sure you get the rest of that raffle ticket for that. But NY Jets FL, thanks, brother. We friggin' appreciate you. Booyah! There you go. NY Jets FL is in the race, baby. You love to see it. Okay, let's keep going. We got John B., another YouTube super chat member shout out extraordinaire. Wow. John B. has been a member for 3 months. Appreciate you, John. Woody shooting down players because of Madden ratings. Clown emoji. I know a lot of people are not fans of Woody Johnson. I understand that. Well, I do hope, though, that Woody strongly considers bringing Aaron back, and or my brain's not working. The new regime, the new GM and head coach, which would be interesting too. Another super chat coming through. Double R baby. Wow. Double R, you are $1 short of getting a raffle ticket, so we have to try to make it even for everybody. So I'll put you down in my notes here as somebody that gifted $1.99 Double R. So thank you very much as we try to convert that over for people, because I know some people do not get, for whatever reason, all the problems with iPhones and Androids and everything in between. So I put you on my list here. But you say, I'm always surprised at the hate Rodgers gets. And again, if you watch the Enigma documentary, which I brought up a few times here, there are some things where I can understand that some people would be upset with Aaron. The immunized whole thing, and I don't want to get into all that, but like if you watch in the documentary, you see all the hate that he gets because Rodgers was trying to be too smart for his britches, and he put himself in a bad spot, and he has since sort of apologized, both in this book that I have behind me and also on the doc. So that part. But all the other stuff, he does get a lot of hate for things, and maybe it spawns all from that. I don't know. But either way, I would love to have Aaron back. He would be, to me, an exciting retention for the New York Jets. I'd be really happy about that. Double R. I appreciate the YouTube Super Chat, sir. Let me see. Let's keep going. Let me read some of your comments here as we're getting into this. But yeah, I'm all for Aaron Rodgers coming back, people. I can't say that strongly enough. All right. Howdy, everybody. Thanks for joining us. Yes. Matthias says keep Rodgers and Adams, and I think they're a pair group. And again, why not? Aaron's willing to do all those things that I said. And then you get Devontae, which is part of the package deal, because Devontae, of course, wants to play with Aaron. If you get rid of Aaron, it's up in the air whether Devontae comes back, probably leaning no. I hope the Jets can convince him, but he holds the cards from that perspective. Todd says, run it back with Rodgers, baby. Why not? Absolutely. Morning, everyone. Sergeant CVO, Chef Kevin Gilbert in the chat. We appreciate that. Oh, hey now. We just got a 5-pack of memberships, baby. J-Boy jumping in on the train. Oh, yeah, baby. 5 more raffle tickets for J-Boy jumping on the bleeping train. You love to friggin' see it. That is 8 gifted memberships so far this month, J-Boy, and I appreciate you. Let's read the latest members of the Boy Green Coffee Club. Oh, yeah. This is wonderful. Look at this. The holiday season. Everyone's getting in the mood. Clap City. You are now a Boy Green Coffee Club member. Leanie and NC. We love you, Leanie. Bobby Nick. Gaming with Chris. And it's Snoopy. Alrighty. J-Boy. Here we go, baby. Let's keep it raining from the high heavens like Aaron Rodgers' touchdown passes. Oh, yes. Oh, yeah, baby. Let's go. We'll work reverse order here. J-Boy says 4-10. Smart football. Cut the Rodgers and friends. Eat the money. Copy Denver's blueprint. J-Boy, what the hell? Come on. We have all these positivities and things of that nature. And by the way, you know, records are interesting to utilize in conversations. Quarterbacks or wins are not supposed to be a quarterback stat. We're slapping this on Aaron Rodgers. Well, let's just highlight a couple of nuggets here on Aaron Rodgers. The Jets, according to Fox, NFL on Fox, have the most dropped passes in the league. It was at 29 the last time I checked. It might be more from the the end of that Jaguars game, but okay, 29 drops, most in the league in football. Greg Zuerlein had a 60% field goal conversion rate for the first 8 weeks of the season, and he had more field goal misses than anybody. That seems like a factor. The Jets' defense sucked all year. The Jets' special teams unit was wildly inconsistent, again, i.e. cough, Zuerlein and company. So we didn't have great success throughout the entire thing. I think there's a lot of things you can point to of why the Jets are 4-10. I'm not saying Aaron's been perfect, because obviously he hasn't been. But to just say that, 4-10 Rodgers, what's going on there? I mean, come on, baby. Let's do a discount double check if we can. Another 5-pack, baby. Ed Vargas jumping in the mix. Let's go. Let's friggin' go, baby. How does this not fire you up from the high heavens? And for this gifted membership, why don't we play the Jet song that was sung by FL Phil 98?
Well, we're sitting here where we've been sitting before, wondering why we keep taking more. And if you know why, won't you please share the reason with me? We start every season full of anticipation, hoping it don't end in frustration, but the football gods just won't ever let us be. We are the fans of a team called the New York Jets, and being one of them leaves you full of regret, and we ain't been happy since we won frickin' Super Bowl III. We need change, now that folks have been fired, we need change, someone to get us inspired, and pray they'll turn it around just as quick as can be. So here's to next year, let's believe we can win. Here's to next year, start all over again. Let's keep smiling, 'cause you know there's always next year. Yeah, keep on smiling, 'cause you know there's always next year.
And let me tell you, shout out to FL Phil 98. I've been humming that song in the car, gosh darn it, and singing it. I'd be like, there's always next year, or they get you inspired. Oh boy, I've been singing that in the car. I'm going to be in this whole Christmas gear with the light up necklace and everything, and I'll be, always next year. I'll be singing it, baby. That's for damn sure. Shout out to our guy. Absolutely. We've got Ed Vargas, baby. The 5 new members to the Boy Green Coffee Club, shout out to Ed Vargas, baby, is Robert Hinnon, Project Prospect with Dom C, who, by the way, will be having back on the show in the new year for all draft content on Mondays. Connor Long, there he is, NY Flight Jets Talk. Carlos Santos, Mark Reese, you guys are all now members to the Boy Green Coffee Club. Shout out to Ed Vargas. And speaking of FL Phil 98, Ed Vargas just passed him with 30 gifted memberships so far this month. It's getting in a hot, heavy race, baby. Chef Kevin Gilbert, 37. Number 1 Austrian Jet fan, 34. Ed Vargas, 30. FL Phil 98, 28. Good Lord, it's getting spicy. And again, of course, you guys could get in the mix, not only for the emoji contest with the most gifted memberships this month, but also with all the raffle tickets, baby. They're raining from the high heavens. You love to friggin' see it. Shout out to Ed Vargas. Again, that FL Phil 98 song has got me rolling. Look at that, a Terrence Hill member shout out, baby. He's been a member for 5 months. It's been a beautiful 5 months with our guy Terrence.
Wow.
Memberships on fire today, baby. On fire. Yeah. It's firing me up, Terrence. It is firing me up. Let's go. Okay, Alan says, love the hat, BG. Thank you. My enormous head-to-headphone combination is showing a lot of my white hairs. Look, I'm getting pretty old here. Look at you, get all the silvers here. Which, by the way, you know what? If I got silvers, I got silvers. Like I got silvers in the beard too. You could say here and here, yeah. And I don't care, man. I'm getting old. So what? That's the beauty of life. That's what life is telling us, that I'm getting old. So it works for me, baby. You guys are all going to see it. Reese saying there's so much talent in the coffee club. There is, from Hep to FL Phil 98 to so many people. It's awesome. And I absolutely love getting a chance to get familiar with all you guys, which has been great. That's been a cool part of the show. And we've all become a family here, which is awesome. Terrence Hill says, play the song of your party today. So, yeah, we're going to have one on the radio show where we have a whole gift giving and all that jazz. And then as soon as that radio show's over at the actual radio station where there's 93Q and 95X and all these music stations out there, there's a whole Christmas party too. So I will be bringing the love, baby. There's no question about it, Terrence. Jet Seat 30 says, bring back A-Rod. Our defense needs work. That's for damn sure. And I'm, to be honest, and I think we could speak for everybody, or I can speak for everybody here. The fact is that I think we're all sort of done with this regime. The rotating defensive line crap, all the nonsense with the defense and this and that and the other. I think we're ready for change. We're ready for change. Huh? The FL Phil 98 song. I don't have nearly the pipes he does, but we're all ready for change. And that's flipping over this defense. Aaron, you could stay and learn a new offense. And that's another thing, another part of the documentary that I think you guys will be really fired up about. Johnny Boy called in about it yesterday. Aaron Rodgers had the same offense for like all these years. And then they have a change with Mike LaFleur coming in. Not Mike LaFleur. Matt LaFleur. Much better. They had Matt LaFleur come in and they learned this new offense. And we've all asked ourselves, would Aaron Rodgers be open to the change of like, Nathaniel Hackett ain't going to be, if Aaron Rodgers comes back, Nathaniel Hackett ain't going to be here. Todd Downing ain't going to be here. None of these boobs are going to be here. So is he going to be willing to learn? And from the documentary, it sure seems like he would be. So Jay Boy says, my fear right now is Hackett will be head coach if Rodgers cries enough. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Zero chance. Because if that was true, then Hackett wouldn't have been demoted. Demoted to be promoted. I mean, what kind of blackmail does he have on people if that happens? So I don't think you have to worry about that, thankfully. So it's time. It's time. That's another one, Double R. I didn't even bring that one up. So we talk about all the reasons why the Jets are 4-10. The kicking situation, terrible, obviously, right? The Jets lead the league in drops, according to NFL on Fox. They're an undisciplined animal. They always make mistakes. Coaching, we didn't even bring that one up. The coaching's been god-awful. So, I mean, there's a million things. Again, I repeat that Aaron Rodgers obviously has not been perfect. Nowhere close. But Aaron has given us the best quarterback play we've seen in a long-ass time here. Long-ass time. And Aaron's a legend, man. And I've gone through these ups and downs, these ebbs and flows this season, like many of us, where we're like, oh, we want Aaron. No, wait, we don't want Aaron, because Aaron had 3 straight games of 186 yards passing or fewer. I'm like, come on, Grandpa, what's going on here? But we got to put some respect on his name. He's getting healthier, and things are happening. I guess he was more beat up during the season than we realized. So, but oh my God, the penalties are just killing me, man. And there's no accountability. And, there's just all this nonsense from the coaching staff. Reese says, we all love you, BG. I appreciate that, Reese. Thanks, brother. I love that. Philly Noodle says, when you can karate kick boards, I wouldn't care about gray hair. That's true, right? Someone goes, oh, you have gray hair, Paul. I'll go, whoopsh, whoopsh, whoopsh. And they're like, oh, I'm so sorry. Yeah, let me show you a 360 back spin kick. How does that do you? Woo-yah! Yeah, there's a, make fun of that gray hair, you bastard. Yeah, that could be. Yeah, that's for sure. Jared B. Paul, what is next year's projected salary cap as of now? There is no official projections out there, but obviously business has been good for the NFL, so the cap continues to increase. I think the last time I saw it was like 275 or something. Let me see. Rappaport had something about it a few weeks ago. Projected 2025 cap, I believe. Is there Ian? Yeah, but okay, yeah. So this was from December 8th from the NFL Media Group. Budgeting for 2025 salary cap is expected to be in the 265 to 275 million range, which would be, let me just make sure I get the accuracy for how much of a bump that's expected to be. Projection for the league office. That'd be a 10 to 20 million increase. Last year was 255. 255. And they say this is a relatively conservative projection based on the jump from the prior year, so it could even be higher than that. So long story short, more money for the Jets to make some moves. But good question, Jared B. Good question, pal. Emmanuel, hey BG, how is your Achilles? Well, thankfully my Achilles is fully intact. It was just the ACL that busted out. So we're doing quite well from that perspective. I'm great. I don't even think about it anymore, which is great. That's what I hope for athletes like Aaron when he gets to next year and he's still playing football, hopefully. He's not even thinking about it anymore because I was thinking about it so much at first. Any walking moves, athletically or non-athletically that I made, I was constantly thinking about how my knee would respond to moments, which, like I said, can be scary. Jared B says he meant for the Jets, not the NFL. I'm so sorry. Which, by the way, that news would affect the Jets directly. But let me go. NFL teams salary cap. Excuse me. My apologies for the misunderstanding of your question. Let's go. Let's pull up over the cap here. Let's go for 2025. Okay. Well, 2025, not 2027. I'm not quite ready for that yet. The Jets have currently at this moment, with no moves being made, $32.9 million in projected cap as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. That's 20th in the league. But again, there's moves to be made. How you rework the Aaron Rodgers contract potentially. How you rework Devontae Adams. Are you moving on from CJ Mosley? There's a lot of moves to be made. But for reference, the Jets are at $32 million. The New England Patriots have $100 million more than the New York Jets. They have $132 million in projected cap space for 2025 right now with no moves made. And here are the other teams at the top. The Raiders, $110 million. The Cardinals, $105 million. The Commanders, just under 100 at $99 million. And then there's a big gap. It goes down to the Bears and all these other teams. But good Lord, have mercy. So, yeah. The Jets are 20th right now, but there are a lot of moves to be made. Let's go to Philly Noodles, baby. He just gifted a Boy Green Coffee Club membership. Let's keep it raining, baby. Philly Noodles, you have now 2 gifted memberships so far this month, 2 raffle tickets to our contest. Beautiful. And this membership went to, let me make sure we read that up there. That membership went to, it'll show up here in a second on the old YouTube machine. I'll give a shout out when that pops up here in a minute. So shout out, Philly Noodles 631. You just gifted another membership to the Boy Green Coffee Club and a wonderful raffle ticket, baby. Love it. Here it is. Judah. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that correctly, but you were just gifted a membership from Philly Noodles. All right. We'll also we'll open up the phone lines here in just a second. Let me answer a few more questions here. Double R. BG, how annoying is it that Brees loves to go on social media and complain about his number of carries when he's constantly fumbling? And I think the thing that's not annoying, so the fumble thing, like, okay, let me reset this. Him having the most fumbles he's ever had in his career this season is obviously disconcerting. You're like, geez, that's not great. But the free 20 thing is the thing where, again, I think the Jets coaching staff has to look out for him. Brees is obviously injured. He's obviously compromised. And it would be, good for business if they looked out for Brees and just kind of, they just kind of rested him, for lack of a better word, like shut him down. Look out for him. He's hurt, and the Jets are trying to plow through it here. And I wish they wouldn't, because again, they're mathematically eliminated for the playoffs. I've got no problem getting a better evaluation of Braylon Allen or Isaiah Davis. Both were injured with their backs, so hopefully they'll both be good for the game. But the annoying thing is that he is even having stake in determining whether or not he plays. And I'm all for toughness. Hey, one of my proudest. So I've had the pleasure of having a lot of accolades in my life. Two accolades that I'm really proud of are from my high school football career. I won the Coaches Award in my final 2 years of varsity football for being tough as nails. That was the Coaches Award, tough as nails. And I love being the toughest SOB out there, taking hard hits and getting right back up, or whatever the toughness meant to them that I got. So I'm all for toughness. I respect that. Playing through injury, all that kind of stuff is cool. But again, at this point in the season, with what's going on, we're not playing for the Super Bowl this week, unfortunately. It is what it is. The Jets need to look out for Breece Hall. He is under contract for next season. His future is up in the air of what they're going to do with him. You don't want him to get hurt. The worst thing that could happen is Breece gets hurt in one of these meaningless games. And I say meaningless relative. I'm going to enjoy the games, but I'm just trying to put it in context. The somewhat meaningless in terms of the playoffs and everything game. Can you imagine if he gets a serious injury? He misses whatever it is for this season, which is barely anything left. And then he's compromised for next year in his final year of his rookie deal. That would just be an idiotic thing by the New York Jets. So I guess that's the annoying thing for me. Not, hey, give me more, and then you fumble. Although that's kind of what happened to Deebo Samuel. Deebo was like, they need to get me the ball. And then he blew it. And he's like, oh, geez. And then you look like an idiot. So, I guess you got to figure that out yourself. Ed Vargas. Hey, Paul, since we are the coffee club after all, does anyone have any recommendation for a cup of coffee? I enjoy Death Wish Coffee Company medium roast. Thank you. My fiance is a Bones coffee person. She has that coffee, I know, here at home. So that's one combination. She seems to absolutely love it, but I'm open to other members of the coffee club giving some suggestions. Jared B. Paul, how did Matthew Judon do for Atlanta this year versus Reddick? Well, Reddick has half a sack, so we know how he did. But let me look at Matthew Judon. I have not taken a gander at old Matthew Judon. He has 3.5 sacks this year, so better than Reddick. But I guess the bar wasn't set very high, Jared B. So there you have it. There you have it. Emmanuel, they need to sit Breece for the rest of the year. I would say yes. I would like to see that personally, but different strokes. FM, is Breece even that great after the torn ACL injury? There have been a lot of backs that are never the same after the brutal injury. We haven't seen a lot of the home run hits this year. We did see it last year. And that was after the injury. So Breece had a lot of big moments last year. So I would, maybe it's the same thing as Rodgers. The further you get away from it, the better you get. But no, we saw some of the explosiveness last year. Like, go back to the freaking his first 2 carries. I'll never forget this in that Jets game. Went for 26 yards and then 83. So the explosive 100% is still there. And again, I think he'll only get better the further he gets away. It's going to be a tough business decision for the Jets. Do you try to trade him this offseason and get the king's ransom? I don't know what that looks like. Do you let it play out and then play the franchise tag game? Do you give him like the 3-year mini extension like some of these other top running backs have gotten? And then what does that look like? So, man, there's just a lot to think about. Jay Klein, it's good for business not to give big contracts to running backs. Has anyone learned after CMC? Well, the 49ers look pretty good for the most part outside of the pay. Now, to your point, the Panthers paid him and he immediately sucked those first 2 years. He gets traded to San Francisco. All of a sudden he finds the injury fountain of youth and he's like healthy. And then he got hurt again on this latest update to his contract. But anyone can get hurt. Anyone can get hurt. I mean, look at Saquon just got paid the bag and he's looking awesome. He could be an MVP this year. Derrick Henry only got the 1-year deal, but he's looking pretty good too. So as a former running back, I'm all for running backs. But again, you got to kind of, evaluate the entire roster. Taylor Strong, how do we know this isn't him trying to stay on the field? Free 20 could be let me play. Yeah, free 20 could be a lot of things. Obviously, Matt O'Leary's stat that he put out there of Brees Hall hasn't had a game of 20-plus carries this season. I'm sure Brees has seen that. Brees is very active on social media, so I'm sure he's seen that. So it's probably that and everything we're talking about now, where he's in a running back rotation right now. So I think that could be another factor. But, obviously a lot of it's speculation. Emmanuel, caping for Malachi Corley here. We need to utilize Malachi Corley to play more. Hell, he's not playing at all right now. He's been healthy scratches the last couple of weeks. So it's not a good indictment on his future. Frank says there's toughness and then there's stupidity. There you go. And that is not something the player should have to decide. You should be able to take that away. Double R Baby with a YouTube super chat. We love to see it. Thanks, brother. Let's go.
Wow.
Love the show. Merry Christmas, BG. Thanks, brother. Thanks for tuning in. I appreciate you. And you've got a raffle ticket, baby. You're in our contest. Love it. Thanks, pal. That means the world. I love doing this show. The show's awesome. I've heard about that one too. Black Rifle Coffee. There's another one for you, Ed Vargas. Italian dark roast. Oh, ooh, nice. Again, it's kind of ironic or whatever the word is. I've never had a cup of coffee in my life. Not once. And that's not like one of those games, haha, Boy Green's trying to say something cute. I've never had it in my life. Hot coffee, iced coffee, I've had zero coffee, which seems weird that the coffee club and morning show and all this stuff, I've never had coffee in my life. So, go figure. Jimmy Jet says Bones Coffee is more flavor driven, while Black Rifle and single blends are non-flavored. Oh, okay. I didn't know that, Jimmy Jet. Thanks for the shout out. And love that avatar, by the way. Look at that picture. Very nice. Look it. Very nice. Dakota. Sam Darnold might go to the Super Bowl. Never know. Imagine that, Jet fans. I saw Connor Hughes tweet it that there's like Mike LaFleur's the Rams offensive coordinator, so we're going to see him this week. There's a Mike LaFleur reference. I'll have to put that in my notes because we're going to have excuse me, my brain's not working. We're going to have a guest interview coming up at 3:00 with our Rams guy. Sheriff Joe Bag. So I'm looking forward to that. And hey, now I just saw it here. Our boy Bubba Badshaw sent in another 5-pack of Boy Green Coffee Club memberships via PayPal. Let's go. Hey, Badshaw. Badshaw, baby. Awesome. Okay, beautiful. He is up to 11 memberships gifted so far this month. So shout out to you, Badshaw. That's 11 raffle tickets, baby. Let's friggin' go. People are pop, lock, and dropping here on the program. It's a membership explosion. Terrific. Yeah, baby. It's been a fun show. Chef Kevin Gilbert, BG, you don't need coffee. That's probably true. It's probably true. I don't. I'll leave it to all you guys, I guess. Hey, Terrence has never had coffee. Okay, I'm not alone. That's good to see. All right, there you go. Yeah, I'm not a big hot drink guy. And then people say, well, why not iced coffee? And I'm like, well, I don't know. No idea. I don't know. The drinks, here's just like old man rant, right? Like coffee just seems wildly expensive. I pick up coffee for my fiance. I've been with other people when they go to the Dunkins and Starbucks. They're like, yeah, I'll take a kerfluffle latte with medium mocha, cold foam, haka laka, maka waka laka laka. And I'm like, what the hell? They're like, of course. Yeah, we'll get you your, Benny for your coffee. And then like you go up and they're like, yeah, that'll be $1,000. They're like, what the hell? So I don't even know what coffee tastes like, good, bad, or indifferent. It smells like piss. But, and then I hear him saying it's like $1 gajillion. And I'm like, why do I just want to get a new addiction that is worth plenty of money? Like, I have enough things to spend money on. You know what I mean? Anywho, it's a random rant, I suppose. Phil says, Paul, what's your thoughts on Gruden to the Jets? I've made it clear, I think, that, or maybe I haven't, obviously. I love Chucky. I'm a passionate guy. that's just who I am. I try to be as transparent with the listeners as possible. Like, this is how I am in my life. There's just a camera on me. There's no character I'm playing. This is me. And I love passion. And John Gruden is a passionate guy who loves football. I love seeing some of the videos from the Barstool Sports thing of Gruden grinders and stuff like that. I'd love to see Gruden back in the league. Obviously, there's some extracurricular activity that he has been accused of, and the leaked emails and things of that nature. And currently he's got a battle with the NFL going on. So I don't know how all that logistical other stuff is going to work. But how could you not love Chucky? Now, you have to give the stat. And again, shout out to Matt O'Leary. He's been cooking stats this entire offseason and season, on coaches. John Gruden, when he won the Super Bowl in the early 2000s, didn't run a single snap of shotgun in his entire season. I think Matt was saying that just to show how the game has evolved. Not saying that Chucky can't evolve with it because he's a super smart guy, but it's interesting that just to put that little scene in your brain, like, damn, wow. And how much the NFL is all shotgun now, that he never touched it in his prime of Super Bowl. So he would be a captivating, interesting, eyebrow-raising, headline-creating guy to come to the Jets. But, so that's how I feel about it. I mean, he'd be exciting, that's for sure. And polarizing, I would imagine. Okay, we got a lot of non-coffee drinkers. I've, rallied the group. Hansen here says, I don't drink coffee either. Okay, there you go, baby. Phil says, I pay 60 cents a day on K-Cup. Jimmy Jets, my body's 75% caffeine. Paul the barista. BG is a Bobo tea guy. I hate tea, actually, too. So I've heard of this Bobo tea. I'm not really sure what it is, but no, I'm not a tea guy. Terrence Hill says, I've never ordered anything from Starbucks. Neither have I. I have not. Frank says Starbucks is a huge ripoff. Now here we go. Yeah, Taylor, Sterling, Mountain Dew. If a doctor threw me on a lab taper right now and cut my body in half, Mountain Dew would come spewing out. I'm not saying that's healthy either, but it's dirt cheap, relatively speaking. So I could die in peace, which is something. Isn't it Baba, not Boba? I don't know. Boba, Baba, Baba Jet, Boba Jet. I have no idea. Good question, though. We got 400 people in the room. Like the video. Hit subscribe, baby. Let's keep spreading the good gospel of Boy Green Daily. Why don't we do this? We'll play a quick hep song, and then we'll open up the phone lines for the rest of the show. Let's go, baby.
Boy Green Daily, Boy Green Daily, Boy Green Daily. Talking just football, man. Boy Green Daily. Bucky Daily, the New York Jets Football Club. Wow. Offense, defense, special teams. Watch the Super Bowl season with Boy Green. J-E-T-S. Jets.
Hit it, hip. That's what I'm talking about, baby. Welcome to Boy Green Daily. If you guys are just joining us, we got 400 plus people in the room. Like the video, hit subscribe. That's a free way to contribute. Again, if you guys would like to get into the raffle contest, it's going on throughout the rest of the month. Every gifted membership, which is $2.99 per here on Boy Green Daily. I try to make it as affordable for you guys as possible. Every Boy Green Coffee Club membership that you gift or Super Chat equivalent, you guys are entered into our contest where we're giving away a lot of fun prizes at the end of the month and want to give back to the fans that have made this so special for me. And the person who gives the most, I want to reward that person. You'll get a custom emoji from Snowball. And if you already have a custom emoji here on the channel, you can either get a second one and flex on them, or you could gift that to somebody else. It's a special Christmas gift if you'd prefer. So any of that is all up for grabs. So feel free, if you'd like to dig into your pockets around this holiday season, feel free to do so, baby. Love it. Infrared Jet loves the Santa hat. Yeah, I've had this for many years. Jeff L says, I'm killing all my coffee sponsors. I have like no sponsors, to be honest, here on the show. Homage, I love their materials and I love their shirts. So that's an easy partnership to have. So in every YouTube video down below is a direct link to Homage gear, which I love getting New York Jets Homage gear. So I love doing that. Dave Brigga is heading back to work. But Dave, thanks for tuning in to Boy Green Daily. I appreciate that. Hennessy says, I'm about to swing by the deli and get a coffee for $1. Oh, okay, there you go. I guess it's not all whatever expensive, I guess. All right, we'll get back to that. All right, let's go to the phone line. First, we got Hep calling in. What's up, Hep?
Hey, my camera's still down. I guess I'm going to have to go to the store and figure it out.
That's okay. At least we can hear your sweet pipes, Hep.
Yeah, that's right.
Which I appreciate. Yeah.
All right, just two things. The first thing is with Aaron Rodgers, I think this Achilles injury is a two-year injury, recovery, because we're looking at he's looking like he's finally able to move a little bit. And remember, our offensive line was a little shaky on the first part and he was taking some big hits.
For sure.
Yeah, so I think we have to take that into consideration. And also remember, isn't JJ coming off that same injury?
He absolutely is. That is correct. Yeah, he's coming off an Achilles himself. He was lost in week 2. Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm worried about him for next year as well. But anyway, I think if we get Vrabel in here, we're going back to the ground and pound anyway. And I'd like to see some of that. And with Rodgers over the top with the play action, that could be really deadly.
Because that's what it was supposed to be, Hep. We were supposed to have this dynamic running game with a healthy Brees and this offensive line, and thus it would unlock all these Aaron Rodgers play action. We haven't seen a ton of Aaron Rodgers play action this year, which has been crazy to think about. But hopefully, if Aaron Rodgers returns in 2025, we can build upon that, because I think that's a great foundation. Hey, that led us to our AFC Championship game success, being able to run the ball down people's throats, which led to the rest of our offense evolving and our defense kind of feeding off of that. Absolutely, Hep.
Yeah, I believe in that. Now, the second thing is I have a really good idea, I think, for a reality show.
Oh, wow. Lay it on me.
All right. Now, do you remember was it Celebrity Rehab?
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah, they had the camera. All right.
Yeah.
Well, not our guys, because we're a little bit more normal. But I'm thinking about for the Jake Asman show, the top, like Bobby Midnight, maybe Alan,
sure.
Gary, Charles, all this. Put them in a house together, right?
Right.
During the Jet season.
Yeah. Oh,
and
wow.
You just get all the best of the best over there. And I think that would be hilarious.
That would be great. I never, before I got into the YouTube game, I never said to myself, who are the kinds of people that call into YouTube shows? And then I've gotten into it myself for the last 5 years. And I'm like, wow, the world is such an interesting place. And I'm meeting different kinds of people all the time, which, again, it's been an awesome community. But you're right. That would be award-winning television. There's no question about it. Yeah.
All right. Love you guys. We'll see you on the rebound.
All right. Thank you, Hep, for joining us here on the show. Again, whether camera on or camera off. Camera on, camera off. It all works for me, baby. Wonderful. From Hep there on the show. We also have a quick video up, guys. Maybe we'll do a full show on this tomorrow, but we do have a video up on the latest with the NFL Jets head coaching search. That was a weird way to say that, but the Jets head coaching search. Rich Cimini had an interesting nugget on his podcast. So if you guys want to, read ahead in class, we have that video up on our YouTube channel. That's also up on my Instagram and Twitter for the latest. Rich Cimini revealed the top 3 in the Jets search right now and who has the early lead, which is sort of interesting. So keep an eye out for that. Again, that's currently up on YouTube right now. I uploaded it this morning. It's also on all my social media. I uploaded the clip. It's like a minute and change maybe. So feel free to check it out. All right, let's keep going on the phone lines, baby. Again, 400 people in the room. Like the video, hit subscribe. Let's get to it. We got Philly Noodles, baby, here on the show. What's up, Philly?
Hey, what's up, man? What's going on?
Hey, what's going on, man? It's great to be here.
Yes, sir. So with the Aaron Rodgers pay cut thing, obviously, everyone's got to understand it's his only option. He's parlaying that
he's
too.
Not stupid.
Right. Okay, he's a very smart, intelligent guy. He has to have this push at the end of the season to look relevant to the rest of the QBs in the league. Yeah. He has to. So he could be forcing this out of his body. That's why these last 3 games, especially this one and the Bills, is telling. Can he make a pivot, turn, run away the opposite way? Because if he keeps rolling the same way, that's kind of, that's okay. I mean, a QB should be able to do that. But if he can't roll the opposite way in the pocket, that's going to be telling. If he only rolls out right, he doesn't ever roll out left. Like those little things are nuances you have to have in this NFL. Like you got to be able to move throughout the entire pocket. Because
and is he going to be is he going to be a soul snatcher? Like, okay, you smack. I say smack around. They did not smack around the Jags. They beat the Jags. Okay. Rams are fighting for the NFC West. The Bills are fighting for the number 1 seed. Can you go in there and the Jets are this wimpy? They're not going to beat anybody. And you go, oh, bleep you. How about this? Boom. And has this vintage Aaron Rodgers game. We're like, holy shit. The Jets just took out the Rams. Or holy shit, they just took out the Bills. Yeah.
If he can get something going, then like, you know what I mean? Like, because I've been on the opposite side of the camp. I mean, I've had a take where I said, give me Daniel Jones on a 1 year, prove it.
Oh God.
I know it sounds tough, right? But you know
disgusting.
What? Compared to what's out there, you know what I mean? Beside Aaron, it's almost a decent option. But anyway, I digress. I pulled out from that.
Yeah.
I mean, if you bring back Aaron, you have to guarantee Devontae comes back. Everyone's worried about Brees. Don't worry. I think he knows he has to sign something. If he wants to take that route and go and get franchise tag, good luck, buddy. It doesn't work out for NFL running backs. It's like a proven thing. It doesn't work.
Right. The team holds the power there, I would say. Yeah. The team holds the power from that conversation. Yeah,
he'd be screwed. You mentioned about the play action. I brought up some stat a couple weeks ago. Actually, we ran some of the most play action in the league. He's just passed so often, and we barely run that. That's all you ever see is the dink and dunks he's been doing out of the play action. That's the problem. So he forced the ball down the field. We played a really shitty team. Can he force the ball down the field against the Rams? Actually, he kind of can. The Rams give up passes. The Bills, they give up passes. These are teams that can be funneled. So it's more about, is Devontae and Garrett going to continue winning man-to-man? Yeah, they can. So it really is up to Aaron because he's been having the pocket presence. Like,
hey, look at that Rams-Bills game. It was 44-42. Both secondaries are getting lit up like a Christmas tree. That's going to be exciting if you're Aaron Rodgers.
Yes, I think everyone needs to understand they can be passed on. It is on Aaron. It doesn't matter what anyone thinks about the offensive line. It's been there. The pressures have not been as bad over the years. This is it. If this man cannot produce at least half a decent game, these last 3 games, especially these next 2, I mean, I take the pay cut, but it isn't gonna give you. It's what. Listen, 9-8 does what? You know what I mean? It proves to him, I can go above 500 on my last leg, like whatever. I want to make sure we give love to the point that you just made. I also put it in the article. It's exactly what you said. Aaron Rodgers. So this pay cut thing sounds really cool because he took the largest pay cut in sports history, and that's cool. But to your point, how many people are going to be vying for a 41-year-old quarterback who will be turning 42? It would take, if Aaron looked good these final couple games, it would take the right team and the right circumstance for Aaron to be attracted to any other team in the NFL not named the Jets because of what the Jets are. They're already in a lot of ways pot committed to the Aaron Rodgers experience with Devontae and all these other guys, and they could choose to remove it if they want to, but they're set up that they could bring back Aaron if they wanted to. But like, what other team is doing it? Like I said, the list is very short around the league, which to your point could say, Aaron, take a pay cut or retire from football, basically. And then Paul, right on it, you're 100%. And if you think about it, what's the other scenario? A nasty injury. He comes out of retirement and plays for somebody.
Well, right. I guess that's another one I didn't think about. Yes, right.
So you're actually like, he limps in on the team. So, hey, you know what? The Jets this time is going to be on a positive note with a new head coach. That's to me, that's really what's going to hone it all in. If somebody can galvanize everybody under this situation better than what Saleh and Douglas did, then so be it. I'm with it. I'm a Jet fan. So it is what it is.
There you go. So, yeah, I love it. I love it, Philly. Thanks for calling in, brother. I appreciate it. Thanks, man. And happy holidays, by the way. I have a question here. When did Tom Brady get hurt? He got hurt super early in his career. That was the 2008 series. He was only 31 years old. When he went down against the Kansas City Chiefs in that Week 1 game. Let me see who asked that question. There it is, Phil. What age did Brady get injured and miss the season? Yeah, he was 31. That was way, way younger. It was against the Chiefs. Someone went low, which changed the quarterback rule that became the Tom Brady rule. So, yeah, he got hurt at 31. 31. Did someone really just say Daniel Jones? Excuse my Guatemala. What the fuck? Daniel Jones. Come on, Philly. What are we doing? Oh my God. Daniel Jones. No, thank you. Oh God. No, I would not like to return him to MetLife Stadium. Absolutely not. That is I love everyone having different takes on here, but no, thank you, as far as I'm concerned. All right, let's go back to the phone lines. I believe we got Badshaw here on the show. Badshaw? Oh no, something happened to his camera. All right, Badshaw, you might have to come out and come back in. I don't know if there's something I could do here. Yeah, I'll try to leave you there for a second. Badshaw! All right, Badshaw, I'll kick you from the studio. You can just hop back in. Feel free to do that. Again, that's a pinned comment on youtube.com/boygreen25, baby. I think we got him back. Okay, Badshaw.
What's up, man? How are you today?
Yeah, I'm doing great, aviators. You're looking great. You're looking smooth, suave.
You ever hear the expression, my wife was riding my ass?
I've heard that, yes.
Well, when I was on StreamYard, my wife called me. She's literally riding my ass today.
Oh, wow.
And she didn't have her makeup, so she's like, pull over. I got to get my face. So that's why we were having some technical difficulties.
That's all right. That's all right.
Well, shit, that got me all sidetracked now.
No, that's all right. By the way, as you're gathering yourself here, again, shout out to you, Badshaw. Thanks for all the gifted memberships for the holiday season. We appreciate that, buddy.
Well, no problem. I just I've been watching. I have about a 50-minute commute to work every day.
Yeah, that's about what I have. Yeah.
And I ride with my cousin. I think I've said in the past, a lot of times I ride with my cousin.
Yeah.
She hates football. So, yeah, I know, right?
You should excommunicate her immediately from the family.
Exactly. Well, she's had a lot of car trouble here lately, so she's been riding with me. So that's why I've kind of been absent from calling in and whatnot. So do you think, I guess in your head with Aaron, if you say, you want Aaron Rodgers to come back next year.
Yeah.
Are you just basically, is it a lost season next year if he does that? Are you thinking he's going to get us to the playoffs? Like, I guess, what do you see for our future next year? Are you thinking our overall team's going to be better than this year? Because I don't see that, but that's my opinion.
Yeah. To me, if for like an Aaron Rodgers decision, I don't want to, in theory, bring Aaron Rodgers back to suck. And I don't think Aaron wants to come back to suck. I think Aaron would only want to come back to end the playoff drought and have a chance to win the whole gosh darn thing. Now, part of it is a lot of unknown from both of us. Who's the head coach? Who's the general manager? And whoever those decisions are will factor into who else is on the roster, right? We were 49ers' second cousin, so we had Solomon Thomas and Javon Kinlaw and this guy and that guy all over the team. So whatever second cousin we are of Detroit Lions or Buffalo Bills or wherever the hell we get our next head coach GM combination from, we're going to get players from that side of the team and how they fill out the roster. To me, I think this roster is really set up quite well because under contract, I saw someone tweet this out, you've got 4 of the 5 parts on your offensive line. The only one that's floating is Morgan Moses, and you could bring him back at right tackle. So the starting 5's there. Brees is under contract. Garrett's under contract. Devontae Adams under contract, although you have to adjust it. Quincy Williams, Sauce Gardner, Michael Carter II. You start going through the list, I think this is a great bed of talent from a foundational standpoint that needs some tender loving. And I think with Aaron Rodgers coming back, I think the Jets will have a great chance to make things happen. Again, I can't fully say, we're going to the Super Bowl because I don't know who the hell the head coach or GM or those guys are going to be, and that could factor into where we're at. Is it a first-year head coach that is going to prefer this rebuild kind of phase, or is it someone, a veteran like Vrabel, coming in and saying, no, we can work and win right now. Let's go. So a little bit of it we don't know yet. But no, with the Rodgers coming back, I'd only bring him back, and I think it'd be mutual, the Jets and him. You'd be bringing him back because you think you can make another run, and that would be the pitch for me.
and you think that it'll be the same quarterbacks that we had this year, next year? Because I thought somebody said Tyrod's in for next year. Is that
He
correct?
is. He's under contract. That's correct. Tyrod's in.
Okay. Well, and I like Rodgers. I don't know. I'm thinking maybe everybody's hyped up because we beat the Jaguars, who are like the shittiest team. But I'm like, believe me, man, I am a positive guy, just like you. That's why I love
Sure.
this show.
Yeah.
But it's just been tough. My whole Rodgers outlook right now is kind of just messed up. But
Yeah.
anyway, well, I appreciate your call, or I appreciate.
Oh yeah, I just joined the Badshaw show. This is great. Okay, thanks for having me, Badshaw. Love the show.
I appreciate it, Paul. Have a good one, man.
All right, shoot, that was funny. You know what's funny? I haven't called in a while. I've just had other stuff in my life, but I called the Rich Eisen show, and I've called a couple of times this season. And so on the Rich Eisen show, for those who don't know, it's a 3-hour show. It's national. So like people are calling from all over the country. So this is a chance. If you call in at the start of the show, I think it's at noon and it ends at 3. If you call in at the beginning of the show, there's a chance you never get on the show because they have guests and a lot of callers and stuff. So you may never get on the show. I called the show and I got on one of these times, and Rich brings me on the show. All right, let's go to Paul in Syracuse. And then he brings me on the show. I'm like, oh, Rich, it's great to. I said something like I knew Rich, like we're good buddies. I said something like, oh man, great to be back. Thanks for having me or something. But the way I said it, Rich was like, huh? Like I like threw him off with the like, oh man, great to have you on the show. He's like, yeah, it's a Rich Eisen show. What do you mean? I said something stupid, and I laughed and went, geez, I'm sorry. I'm in default radio mode, so I bring people on my show all the time. Hey, welcome to the show. How we doing? Thanks for the call. But like I said something like, thanks for the call, but I'm the one who called in. He was like, what? Who? And I'm like, geez, sorry. So that did happen. So shout out to Badshaw there. But yeah, to me, it's not the Jets beating the shitty Jaguars. Their defense sucks and everything else. I mean, there's exciting plays and it got us all fired up, but I'm not like, yeah, we beat the Jaguars. That's why I'm all in on Aaron Rodgers. No, that's not why I'm all in on Aaron Rodgers. I think there's just a lot of pieces. There's the flashes we've seen from Aaron Rodgers over the last 2 weeks of him saying he's healthier and then seeing statistical improvements. That to me is exciting. And then the documentary of how hard Aaron Rodgers fought back through his Achilles, how motivated he is to win here and turn this thing around. It's just all of it. It just kind of was like, again, it's been a roller coaster for me. Of course, we're all excited at the beginning of the season, Super Bowl, this. And then there were moments where, damn, Aaron Rodgers isn't throwing for 200 yards a game. What in God's green earth is going on here? Is it Aaron Rodgers? Is it the Jets? What's happening? It's hard to rationalize. Oh, man, maybe the Jets should move on from Aaron Rodgers. We had those conversations earlier in the year. And now we're seeing him healthier, quote unquote, and he's delivering. So that's where I'm at. That's why I'm more fired up about Rodgers. It's not the Jags game in itself, this shitty 3-10 Jags team at the time. It was just a piece of the puzzle with the rest of it. I'm like, man, you know what? He's the best option. It's not as if Tom Brady and all these other wonderful quarterbacks are all going to be available. It's a combination of limited availability, the belief in Aaron Rodgers, what he's shown. You just kind of evaluate the whole picture, and then to me, it leads you to Aaron Rodgers, and I'm excited about it. It's not like, oh, we got Aaron Rodgers. I'd be fired up if Aaron Rodgers was back. That's the honest truth. All right, let's go back to the phone lines, baby. Again, we got nearly 500 people in the room. Like the video, hit subscribe, baby. Spread the gospel of Boy Green Daily. Has been raining memberships here on the show, which we appreciate for this holiday season. Again, to randomly explain to all the people, Paul, it's December 19th, not Christmas. What the hell are you wearing, especially the light-up necklace and whatnot? Against our radio show Christmas party for my radio show and our radio station Christmas party. They're on the same day, so I will be heading on over as soon as this show's over. For my own radio show and then doing all the party business. So that's why. All right, let's go back to the phone lines. We've got one of the best, baby. It is Ricky New York joining us live. What's up, Ricky?
Hey, how's it going, Paul?
Yeah, what's going on?
You know, hearing that Aaron Rodgers is willing to take yet another pay cut after he already took the biggest one ever in the history of professional sports.
Correct.
Is you know, if I was maybe a little bit hesitant about bringing him back, I think I'm sold now. because I'll tell you what, he's a better man than me because I'm not giving back crap. I work too hard for what little I get.
Yeah.
But I mean, and the other thing is this was already a trash quarterback class, in my opinion. And I mean, I'm not going to pull any punches here.
I love that. You're a straight shooter. That's right. Yeah.
I think it's kind of a garbage class. And, you know, but now Drew Aller's going back to school. I read the other day that Jalen Milroe was also going to return to school, but now that's been kind of amended to where he's thinking about it.
Oh, all right.
But at any rate, I mean, that makes even a smaller size poor selection. I don't think we're going to, I mean, this season has been a mess, but I don't think we're going to screw it up to the point of getting to that into that top two. And so, you know, and I mean, honestly, Shadur's not going to come here and save the franchise. He's just not.
I don't see that.
And Cam Ward has had a good year. But if he drops back and holds the ball for 4+ seconds like he's doing in college, he's going to get murdered in the NFL. That being said, I mean, I didn't want a quarterback anyway, but I mean, looking at the free agents that are going to be available, it's not good. It's
not at all. It's terrible.
To make a long story short, it's a bad year to be needing a quarterback. And so, you know, what we've seen from Aaron, you know, particularly this last week was very encouraging, but the last 2 weeks really. And, you know, now with him willing to take another pay cut, hey, cap friendly quarterback, love it. So now I'm 100% bringing back for sure.
Toot, hop on board. Again, the $23.5 million that he's owed, again, it's more complicated because there's a floating $35 million option bonus, but his $23.5 base salary for next year, that's a super manageable number. Dak Prescott's getting $60 million. He's getting more than twice that number. So if Aaron's willing to take even a dip on that, again, why wouldn't you want to back the mentoring quarterback comment, that, everything else? Again, it seems almost too good to be true. As long as Aaron wants to come back, that would be wonderful.
Right. And that, I mean, I know that I know your dad likes to hammer on Aaron, you know, that everybody listening out there, don't take 2 days off work. Don't do it. It's not worth it in the long run. But you know, how much money did Dak give back to his organization?
I didn't see any giving back. I saw some taking. Taking.
Yeah, that exactly. And I mean, you know, Pops has some criticisms about our team sometimes, but and I know we haven't been to the playoffs. You know, the longest playoff drought and blah blah blah.
Yeah,
but the last time we were in the playoffs, we made it to the AFC Championship game.
Quality, baby.
The last time the Cowboys did anything besides one and done, I mean, hell, wasn't Emmitt Smith still playing for them?
That is true. The year 1996 was that last run for the Dallas Cowboys.
Exactly. So we may not have been to the dance, you know, in such a period of time, but you know what? The last time we were out there, we were stealing the show. So
yeah, we went to, let's just put this out there. My dad hates this stat. The Jets have been to the conference championship, count them, 3 times since the Dallas Cowboys have been once. Their last NFC championship game appearance was in 1996. The Jets 3, late 90s, 2009, 2010. Bing, boom, bam. 3 times on the doorstep of the Super Bowl, baby.
Yeah, 98, 2009, 2010. So
boom.
Yep,
Come on
absolutely.
now.
So
damn straight.
Just Just thought I'd throw that out there.
I appreciate
But,
that. Thanks.
All right. Well,
yeah.
Boy Green Claws, have a good day.
All right. Thanks, Ricky, and happy holidays, brother. All right. We got a few things to get to here, including a very generous gifted membership combination. I want to get to that in just a second. And also, here's a shout out because FL Phil 98 asked that. Isn't it entirely possible he, meaning Aaron Rodgers, goes into the darkness and leaves us at the altar? Yes, FL Phil 98, for all the wonderful comments that I played you here on the show. There's also this. There's a couple of comments about Aaron Rodgers not willing to commit to playing football next year. For instance, they got into during Aaron Rodgers' press conference, which, by the way, you can see on the New York Jets YouTube channel for its full video or on the Jets app. Aaron was asked about the Kirk Cousins situation where he's getting benched for Michael Penix Jr. and things of that nature. And Aaron said Kirk Cousins is going to be even better next year the more he gets removed from the injury. So a reporter followed up, said, well, that means you would be better, right, in 2025? And Aaron says, yeah, that's possible if I'm not on a beach. And he smiled. So, like, he's been kind of poking the fun that, he could retire. And to your point, Phil, after the season, Aaron Rodgers says he plans on taking some time away to ponder his football future. So maybe it's another darkness retreat. I don't know. He said, or unless the Jets just cut me right after the year, which, by the way, I'd be surprised if that happens because even if they want to move on, I'd be surprised that happens. Number one, this floating $35 million option bonus for Aaron Rodgers' contract, which would guarantee whether he's here or not if the Jets accepted it, they can exercise that anywhere from the beginning of the offseason to week 1. So they've got like this multiple month gap. So they control the future of Aaron Rodgers, number one. And number two, a new GM or head coach is not going to be hired until maybe the end of January when we have both of those guys in. So he will not be fired immediately or cut, immediately after the season. I don't anticipate that happening either. So for all those reasons. But yes, FFL 98 is 100% possible. Aaron Rodgers goes into this darkness and just says, no, I'm good. I'm going to retire. And then the Jets are doing a different conversation entirely. But for Lily in Big D, baby, oh my goodness. 10, a 10-pack of Boy Green Coffee Club memberships. Here are all the new members to the Boy Green Coffee Club. Shout out to Flora Lily and Big D, baby. Brian Edwards, Nick Russo, James Fitzpatrick, Jets Pack 615, Cuca Lake Jet Fan, Franklin Fung. It jumped here. Let me make sure I get the rest of you here. We got Franklin Fung, Jersey Jet, and AD83 and Dr. V-Man and Tom Ruck were all just gifted Boy Green Coffee Club memberships. Fleur Lily and Big D has now jumped to 30 gifted memberships so far this month. Here is the top of the leaderboard. This is getting spicy. Chef Kevin Gilbert, 37 memberships gifted this month. Number one Austrian Jets fan, 34 gifted memberships this month. Ed Vargas, 30 gifted memberships this month. For Lily and Big D, 30 gifted memberships this month. And just behind is FL Phil 98 with 28. Good Lord, this is going to be a spicy finish throughout the rest of the season. And let me do this. Oh, Boy Green Claws here. Let's give 5 memberships away myself right now here on the show. Wahoo! Here we go, baby. Yes! I want to jump in on all the fun, so let's do it right now, right here on the show. Let's friggin' do it. Boy Green is gifting 5 Boy Green Coffee Club memberships. To the yeah, baby. Yes! All right, let's go. We're gifting them all over the place, baby. Here are the new members to the Boy Green Coffee Club. JC Jets, Draft Geek, Dre Correa. Oh, great to see you, Dre. Andriano Darisla, and Aj Liz for Life. You are now all members to the Boy Green Coffee Club. Thank you for supporting the show. I love giving back. God bless. God bless, baby. There's a 5-pack. Oh, wow. FL Phil 98 gifting. Oh, my goodness. Coco beware. Amazing. Look at FL Phil 98 getting in the mix. And shout out to Lucky Luke, who was just gifted a membership from our guy, FL Phil 98, who now has 29. Let's update the leaderboard. 29 memberships gifted this bleeping month. And he is, of course, 29 raffle tickets and well into our contest for the #1 emoji giveaway by the end of the month. Look at all you people. Let's go. Scott Foster, are those moose jammies? It's a moose top. Let me see if I can remove your comment real quick, Scott Foster. It's a moose top. Kind of got the, it's got like a fake tie, but actually the pants are, I believe it's Christmas Vacation. My fiance pulled this out because she knew we had the Christmas party today. It's got like the little wagon with the Christmas tree on it. So I want to be as festive as possible. We got the light up here. Boom, shakalaka. Okay, there you go. For our audio listeners, you have no idea what I'm talking about, but there we are. So, boom! We got the light up necklace, we got the moosey top, and then the pants are this Christmas tree action on the wagon. So there you go, baby. ATN NJ. How about me, Boy Green? Let me say this for anyone that's never been gifted a Boy Green Coffee Club membership. Here's something you may want to do. You see where there's the green, if you're watching on YouTube, you see all these green, like Boy Green gifted memberships for Lily and Big D. For those of you who have never been gifted a membership, you may want to click that green little button that you see for Lily and Big D gifted 10 memberships or Boy Green gifted 5, or go to our YouTube description down below. You have to flip the switch that your YouTube account can accept memberships. Or accept memberships to be gifted, because if you've never flipped the switch and you've been on YouTube, you can never do it. So #1, that's what you want to check. ATN and anyone else that wants to be gifted a Boy Green Coffee Club membership, you have to make sure that you have gifting turned on, which again, I have instructions in my YouTube description on how to do that. And also, if you just click any of these gifted memberships that have happened so far this month, it's easy. You just click that little button that says, hey, would you like to get a membership next time? Yes. Now, here's how it works. According to the YouTube overlords, memberships are gifted to people that are the most active. So liking video, commenting, things of that nature. Those people go to the top of the pool when memberships are gifted, and then they're gifted randomly to the people that are most active. That's what YouTube says how they pick it. So you can't just specifically say, I want to gift this guy a membership, unless you like sent him money or something. I don't know how else you would do that, but a quick explanation for that. Tribe saying Puka and Cup are the best 1-2 punch in the entire league. We will see. I'm looking forward to the Jets-Rams game, and we'll be talking Jets-Rams. That's coming up at 3 o'clock. So after all the Christmas party festivities, I'll be back here live with myself, James Woody, and a Rams analyst, a.k.a. Sheriff Joe Bags, where I'm going to make a bet with him on this Jets-Rams game. Straight up. Winner takes all. So make sure you guys tune into that coming up at 3 o'clock, baby. We're going to be giving them the friggin' business, and I'm looking forward to it. How much do I believe in the Jets beating the Rams straight up? Boy Green's back, baby. I'm for winning all these gosh darn games, and we will be doing it. I'm going to make a bet with our Rams analyst. Absolutely. And also, real quick, last one here before we jump off the bandwagon. Actually, maybe 2 comments here. Cheap tickets, Brian Farrell says, cheap ticket Sunday, baby. So feel free to go get them. That's awesome. Feel free to do that. Jets-Rams home game. If I lived closer, I'd be going to all these games for dirt cheap. I've seen like $5 tickets and stuff. So guys, make sure you jump on that. And also, Jared B., I was trying to find his comment. I can't find it for whatever reason. But if that gifted channel membership, you haven't been gifted a channel membership in a while, there it is. If you haven't, just flip the switch on and off. Like, whoop, 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 whoop. That could probably help. So give that a whirl. I've done that before. When something isn't working, I just go on, off, and maybe that can work too. So feel free to do that if you've never been gifted a channel membership or haven't in a long time and you're active on the show. That would be the way to do it. Terrence Hill says it best. You guys are all awesome. Appreciate my Jet family. We're a Jet family all together, baby. Thanks for tuning in on this wonderful Thursday. Mere 6 days from Christmas. Again, we'll be back live coming up at 3 o'clock, baby, for me, Boy Green Meets Woody, James Woody, and of course our Rams analyst, Sheriff Joe Bags, baby. And look at that for Lily and Big D. I'm heading to New Jersey for the holidays. We'll be at the Jets-Ram game. Tailgate at J13. If anyone's around, make sure you hop on over for Lily and Big D, baby. J13 is where it's at, baby. Let's go. Let's go. Should be a fun game. Hopefully you guys enjoy it. We'll see you back at 3 o'clock. Happy holidays and ho, ho, ho. Merry Christmas, everybody.